Hi everyone, my name's Judy Lee. Welcome to my channel. We're here to do this week's pick a card reading, which is about how to essentially get more connected with your intuition and to trust yourself. And so it's what message do you need to hear in order to connect with yourself better, and how to increase your intuition, your sixth sense, etc. And so I'm using some oracle cards from Sonia Choquette. They're called the Trust Your Vibes oracle cards. And so they're a deck that I've had for a long time, but decided for some reason came across it again, so I thought it must be time to take a look. So choose the group that resonates either by the card or otherwise by crystal. So for group 1, we've got malachite, which is lovely. For group 2, we've got a rose quartz heart. And then for group 3, we've got fluorite. You can see that there. So choose your group, either group 1, 2 or 3, and then check the timestamp in the description box to watch the video, to watch your reading. So I look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. So let's see how or what you need to do in order to increase your vibration and get more connected with yourself and your intuition. And so the message is let go. And so basically, I mean, it's, quite simply, it's about letting go in general of those things that no longer serve you. For example, is there a situation that you're experiencing at the moment that is causing you some challenges, some difficulty? If so, how can you let go so that it doesn't, do you need to, perhaps it's time to say goodbye to a friend or relationship that's no longer serving you, or maybe it's actually letting go in the sense of, well, actually what I believe isn't so important anymore, so I'm going to let that go, not worry about it. So there's different ways that you can see it, so, and to apply it to your own situation, but in general it's just about letting go. And also what I'm hearing is letting go and surrender. So often we have the tendency to hold on because we want things to turn out a certain way and we have a certain view of how things should be, but the message for you is to let go of that. And normally we hold on because of our ego or because of fear, and that's okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But this is a really important time to get out of that space, to come back into your heart space and center, and to let that guide you rather than allowing fearful thoughts, fearful energy to influence you and to make you create or make choices that aren't necessary for your highest good. So that's great. So I'll just leave that there, and then let's see also what the tarot cards has to say as well. What's the message for group 1? What else do they need to know? Oh, okay. So then 2 cards flew out, I'll show you. It's so funny when how the tarot always supports the message. So I'll just show you what's at the bottom of the deck. So again, like this is the 9 of Wands, and so this is someone who's feeling a bit over it. He's sort of been through the walls or whatever, and is just a bit tired. And so if that is you, you're feeling a bit over it, a bit like, gosh, it's just, I'm tired, I'm done, then keep going back to this let go. Then if that's how you are feeling, then let go. You don't need to keep, because often we have this idea in our heads and we're like, we need to keep going towards that, and that's what's it's almost that or it is fear that drives us, because we're afraid that if we don't do that we're not going to get it. But actually your intuition or the guidance is telling you to let go. And when you let go, you'll be able to really tune into your own intuition and to connect with yourself to get what the real message, or to get the guidance that you need. And so, by letting go, you allow the energy to shift, and for you to really connect with your own guidance. So that's great. And then I'll just move this down, see if I can put it in full frame. And then what you got next was the Four of Pentacles. And again, this is, you can see that this guy is holding on, and he's holding on to his coins. And so maybe you've got a fear of, you're not going to have enough, or, things aren't going to work out. But it's about letting go and trusting, because when you let go, you send a message to universe, source, the divine, whatever you may call it, that you trust, that you're trusting that everything is going to unfold. And that energy is amazing because it's a loving energy. It's not one that is, you think of holding on, it's fearful, it's heavy, it doesn't feel great in your body. Whereas, imagine letting go, and you free yourself up. And I see this man, he's walked through that door, and you just see the beautiful image, the freedom that he's experiencing. And so they're saying that you can have that too. You just need to let go. It's just reaffirming that. And then coming back into this childlike energy. And I just did the channeled weekly guidance as well, so I'll put that, which featured this card, so I'll put that in as a link so that you can watch it as well, because it is about moving away from fear. Because if we get right down to the very basics of life and how we make our choices and how we live, really, it's either are we living in love or are we living in fear. And when we're living in fear, everything feels overwhelming, it feels stressful, anxious, all those type of things. Whereas when we're living in love, and it's not meant to sound airy fairy, but really when you do live in that space, you do trust, and you allow things may happen that don't go with what you had imagined or what you had believed would be right for you. But life has a way of working for your highest good. And so just if you keep letting go and tuning into yourself, then you will connect with that higher guidance of yours, which will tell you each step of the way what to do. But you need to allow yourself to step into that. And then you've got the Eight of Swords. And so again, if you're not sure what to do, what steps to take next, it's really your thoughts that are stopping you from doing that. Because actually what this card is saying, because the swords represent our thoughts, etc., this lady is free. She can walk wherever she wants to go, but because of her thoughts, she's bound, she's stuck. And so it's really about freeing yourself. Don't let your fears, your anxieties, that headspace stop you from moving forward towards what you really want. And again, it's just reaffirming, let go, really just let go of those ideas that you have for yourself, that, life had to go a certain way. Because honestly, we're living in a time where, normal is gone. We aren't going back to that place where, what it was 2 years ago, prior to everything that's happened. We're moving into a different, we're in a different age now. We're in the age of Aquarius. Everything has changed. So it's really about letting go of those old attachments that you have, and coming back into the present moment. And when you do that, you align with yourself and with your intuitive sense, which will guide you as to what you need to do. So it all comes together. When you're in love, you trust, and everything will unfold as it's meant to. Whereas if you're in fear, things will still unfold, but it will be much more challenging for you. So I just want to pull out a starseed card. I just wanted something, let's just see, this one, quick message for you. Oops, this card wants to come out. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. So very appropriate. Inner worlds. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world. So, remember that if you're feeling anxious and stressed inside, then your external world will reflect that as well. So it's really important to work on yourself, work on letting go of those fears, letting go just in general of anything that no longer serves you, so that you can start to create what it is that you really want. And then you've got the message channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. So that's great. Maybe, I hope that resonates with you, because it's a really strong message. Like, maybe some of you don't think of yourselves as being able to channel, or just doesn't align with your image of yourself. But what it's saying really is that by being you, by tuning into yourself, by letting go of fear, you'll bring great joy and peace and healing to everyone around you. So that's a beautiful message. So thanks for watching Group 1. I hope that message resonates with you and that it supports you on your journey. If there's anything that I can help you with, then please get in touch, and I'll be happy to support you in any way that I can. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in another reading. Hi Group 2, welcome to your reading. So let's see how you can connect better with yourself, increase your intuition, that type of thing. And so the message for you is stay in your own skin. And so what this means is, maybe you're someone who's very empathic or sensitive. And so basically it means that you absorb everything that's happening outside of you. And so this can feel really challenging at times, because you're not really feeling your own feelings, you're feeling everything that's happening around you. And so it's really important to get connected with what you're actually feeling. What this means is, stay in yourself. And, the more that you can connect with yourself and what you're experiencing, the more you'll be able to distinguish what's yours and what isn't. And that's really important, because, as I've my own experience, as I've been on this journey, initially at first I didn't realize that I was empathic, and I was very sensitive. I knew it, but kind of was blocked because of what I was told when I was younger. And so as a result, I didn't realize that what I was feeling were not necessarily my feelings, and that I was feeling the energy around me. And I could go into a room and be like, oh, okay, something's not right here. And so, but over time, being able to refine that has meant that I can distinguish better what is mine and what is someone else's. And that's really important, because it means that you can create boundaries for yourself, and you can, okay, you can identify, this is my stuff. Okay, this is not my stuff, and I don't need to take that on. And also, for me, in terms of what we're experiencing at the moment, there is a lot of fear around. And so if you don't distinguish between your own self and what is happening around you, you'll get caught up in that, and that will have be challenging for you. So basically, take the time to really, go out into nature, sit on your own, reflect and things like that, just so that you can be with yourself, and you get to feel what it's like to your own energy, what your own energy is like. And then when you go out and you're with others, you can you'll be able to distinguish the difference between your own energy and what you're experiencing with others. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, but do let me know if you have any questions about that. So I just want to see what the tarot also has to say for you. Group 2. So what's the message? That's a bit much. Okay, we've got 2 cards that flew out. Let's see if there's one more that wants to come out. One more card, please, for group 2. Okay, I think this one at the top wants to come out. Okay. Pull that down there. And so what you've got at the bottom of the deck, which is a theme and is a major arcana as well, the Sun card, is that it's about happiness and joy. And you know, the Sun is considered to be the happiest card of the deck. So it's almost saying, you know, life is great, life is beautiful, and you know, but sometimes we get marred by things that happen, things that are happening, and you know, that's when it's really important to stay in your own self, because otherwise you'll get distracted by what's happening outside of you, which probably has nothing to do with you. So for example, what you see on the news and things like that, I really encourage you to take a break from the news. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, it's really important to watch perhaps, but I haven't watched the news generally for like over 10-15 years or something like that, just because I just don't think it's very high vibration. If you watch what's on there, it's always the doom and gloom, so what's the point of watching that? And just trust that, you know, if you fear, oh well, maybe I won't know what's happening, know that when you need to know, things will be told to you, will be communicated to you. And that's what I've always discovered in my own life. Somehow I'll find out things that I need to know, and the rest, you know, it's just ends up being a waste of time, so why even bother going into that? But sorry, I got a bit sidetracked for some reason. Yeah, it was really important to say that. But life is good, life is bright, and to focus on that brightness that is, you know, that you have that in your own self, that ability to create everything that you want is within you. It doesn't, you know, it's not reliant, you know, people think that, oh, everything is, you know, not great at the moment and da 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 da, and so you can focus on that if you want to. It's not to pretend that things are not what they, you know, that aren't happening, or to deny how you feel, or you know, it's not about that. It's, you acknowledge what's happening in your life, but then you would choose to do, you know, to focus on, you know, what would be empowering for you, what would be loving for you. And if you keep aligning with that vibration and that, you know, that train of being and thought, then, you know, you will create all this happiness that you really want in your life, despite what may be going on around you. And so the first card to come out is the Two of Swords, and so this is about indecision, about not knowing which way to go. And so if that's where you're at, then just know that by staying in your own skin, by really connecting with your own self and your intuition, guidance will come. And you know, we're being conditioned to really not trust ourselves and to go into our headspace to make decisions, but you know, this is not about that. It's about tuning into your own intuition and allowing the answers to come to you, and they will, once you give yourself that space to really connect with yourself. Everything you need to know will come in the right time and space, so just really know that. And then you've got the Ace of Wands, and so this is a new beginning for you. And you've got the Ace of Wands, which is about forward action, and Ace of Swords, which is about thoughts, belief, truth, that type of thing. So it's really when you tune into yourself, you'll know what steps you need to take. It will come to you. just really trust, and don't think about it too much. Don't, if you're an air sign, or you have a lot of air in your chart, then I know it's hard. So my Libran and Aquarian and Gemini friends, I know it's challenging to not go into your thoughts, but really, breathe, stretch, do that type of thing that will allow you to come back into your body and heart space, and that will really guide you. I have Gemini rising, so I can appreciate what it's like. I can be quite analytical, and situations arise, and I have to remind myself as well to come back into my body and just allow the answer to come to me, and it does always. So really I encourage you to do that. And then this is also, like I mentioned before, a new beginning in your truth, and in your thoughts. And it's almost, for me, what I'm hearing is be authentic in how you approach life. So it's not that you're dishonest or anything like that, but just be honest, open and truthful. And when you have that energy, it's aligned with love. It's not coming from a fearful space, and so people will hear that, whether they on the outside acknowledge it or not. When you speak from a place of love and truth and authenticity, the message is received. And whether people follow on with that or not, it's up to them. But for you, it's really important that you align with that, so that you create the life that you want, and things that don't serve you will fall away. And just send them off with blessings. Know that they're leaving because they weren't meant for you anyway. And I know that's hard from an emotional level, but give yourself space to process, obviously, all those things. But just know that you're in a new cycle now, a new place of foundation and stability, about forward action and being truthful and being in yourself. I just want to pull out some star seed cards. I just wanted one actually, so I'm going to just quickly shuffle so I just get the one. Okay, well, you got two. So the card at the bottom of the deck is creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing and unfolding the limitless creative soul. So try and be creative. Spend some time in nature, writing, anything that allows you to connect with that part of yourself, because our intuition comes from there as well, that creativity. And then you've got fruition. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition. And so, it's about trusting and, stay in your skin, stay in yourself. Everything will unfold as it's meant to. You don't need to worry about that. And then you've got Earth Guide. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved, which is amazing. So, there's nothing that you need to do to achieve, to, all this stuff about being successful. Just don't buy into it. Like, know that you're just here, that you are amazing just as you are, and all you need to do is love and allow love into your life. Wow, okay, very powerful group 2. So I hope that resonates with you, and if you have any questions, let me know. I've loved reading for you, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye now. Hi group 3, welcome to your reading. So let's see how you can better connect with yourself and your intuition, and increase your vibration. If I can lift this card up. So you've got Aura Cleanse. That's really lovely. If you're not familiar with your aura, just do some reading on it, and it's essentially the energy around you. If I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it, but basically, it's almost like you're muddied by thoughts and energies around you, and it's about just clearing that. And so how, what you can do, you can take a bath in like Epsom salts and things like that, which will help to clear that from your system. But also you can just imagine yourself, sit quietly and just imagine some beautiful white golden light just filtering from the universe down through your crown chakra, which is at the top of your head, and just flowing right down, around your body, in your body, everywhere. And what it's doing is just clearing all that stuff that no longer serves you, all those negative thoughts, old belief patterns, etc. Just imagine that all being cleared from you. And another way you can do it is also by going into nature, like just even standing on the grass, which is something we rarely do now because we're always, suited and booted. But really just stand on the grass in your bare feet and just feel that amazing energy coming from the earth. Just really beautiful. Or if you're near the water, whether you can soak your feet in some water, which is another way to cleanse and just connect and come back to yourself. And then also what you can do is, if you have sage or Palo Santo, you can use that as a cleansing tool as well. And I love using Palo Santo. I love sage as well, but there's something about the smell of burning wood, especially the Palo Santo one. It's just really lovely. But there's so much that we have available at the moment to help with all of these things. So on a daily basis, just do one or some of these things, because if you're sensitive, and you'll probably attract a lot of energy to you, and you take on things that aren't yours. And so it's really important to clear your energy of that, so that you it doesn't stay with you and you end up suffering as a result of that. So that's your message there. So let's see what the tarot deck has to say for us. Group 3, what does group 3 need to know? Group 3 need to know. I feel like they don't want to jump and that they want to just come out. So I'm going to do this and bring out the top 3. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle these a little bit so that they have space. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck you've got the 8 of Pentacles. And the pentacles represent the physical, so whether it's finances or what we manifest in the physical. And so it's almost, well, what I'm hearing is that when you do this cleanse and when you make it a part of your regular activity or ritual for the day, it will help you to get clearer, because you're no longer carrying other people's stuff, but you'll be focused on your own energy. And it will help you to become clear about your life's work or what you're meant to be doing in the future. And so this cleansing is a really important part of getting clear about this, so that you know where to put in the work and where to focus your attention. So that's what the message is there. And then we've got the 9 of Cups. And so this is someone who's feeling really, happy with themselves. And, it's so funny because sometimes he looks really smug in the picture and sometimes he just looks really, pleased and happy. And this time what I'm feeling is it's about really appreciating yourself. Really appreciating all the work that you've done, what you've achieved, and being proud of, it's not necessarily achievements in terms of, oh, I've bought a house now, so I'm so proud of myself. It's more about, what have you achieved in your learning and growth. How have you grown over the years? How have you pushed against fears, or dissolved fears that no longer that aren't no longer in your life, or so it's about being, of course, there's nothing wrong with being proud of the physical stuff. That's part of our experience on the planet as well. But it's just spending that time to really appreciate yourself and what you've done, because it's something that we don't often do for ourselves, and it can be thought of as being oh, that's just you've got such a big ego, or it's almost like immodest to do that. But it's not, because if we do it for ourselves and from a loving space, it's not doing it, you're not doing it to big yourself up, but you're doing it because it's genuinely how you feel. And then it's not it's a really wonderful thing for yourself and for your soul to recognize that. And then the King of Wands, for me, is about stepping into your power and really being being that power to the fullest. And often in life, again, like we like to play it small, and I guess it's because of that. When you don't do that, you do get told off. When I was younger, that's what I heard from people around me, whether that was at school or whether that was in society, at home. Don't big yourself up, play it small. And it's not the way to live life. It's really step into your power and tune into yourself and your heart, and that will lead you to where you need to be. And it will really build your intuition and your guidance system. So that's really important for you. And then you've got the Eight of Swords, and for me this is kind of what do I call it? It's not a warning as such, but it's more, when you don't appreciate yourself, when you don't step into your power, and when you don't cleanse what's all that stuff that's not yours, you get lost. You don't know what you're meant to do. You get distracted by thoughts. The swords represent thoughts, and you don't know where to go because you're not connected with yourself. And so it's really important to really to connect with yourself by letting go of those things that aren't a part of you. So do the cleansing, breathe, spend some time just connecting with yourself, and step into your own power, and then it'll become clear about where you need to go, what you need to do. And just know that there's a timing to all of this as well. Things don't just happen when your mind says that it should. There's a perfect timing to everything, so it's about allowing that to unfold with its natural grace and time. So let's just pull out, I hope that's clear for you, but do let me know if any of that doesn't make sense. And I'm being drawn to the heart actually just now. So being in your heart space is really important. Really connecting with that side of yourself will help you when you're feeling lost, stuck, whatever. This will really help you. So I just want to pull one card, okay, and that one's flown out. Okay, so you got Earth Guide. This was in Group 2's reading as well, actually. So your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved. And I just find that beautiful. It's just so nice that, if you just remember that during your day, that actually all this other stuff that we've been told that we need to do, to have all these roles we need to fulfill, but actually your main role is simply to love and be loved. Isn't so just so lovely. And then you've got stillness. Reflect on this moment with love, kindness and compassion. And so just take that time to really be still and to give yourself that love, kindness and compassion here, because it will really help you, to know how to move forward and to also step into your power. Because when we are loving and kind and compassionate, then we are really powerful. We're not coming from a place of fear. So thanks for watching group 3. I hope that resonated and helps you on your journey. And if there's anything else that I can do to help or support you, please let me know. I'll see you at the next reading. Bye.